Hey guys, I'm Sushi Attack. I'm here to go over my Labrynth deck profile. I came in second place for a Rarity collection event celebration. Um, Lost only one game against Rescue Ace, my very first game. It's a pretty standard Labrynth list. There are a couple of spice cards in here. We'll go over them. Also, if you're interested in commissioning a Yu-Gi-Oh deck box, I do make deck boxes like this one, or even like this Unchained. Just go ahead and DM me or reach out to me on Instagram, Sushi YGO. But we're just gonna get into the deck profile. So like I said, it's pretty standard. Uh, Two lady, uh, one lovely. I did opt to play the Arias, and she did come up a few times. She helped me get a Chaos Angel out onto the field. Um, she works really well with getting Chaos Angel onto the field with Ariana because they do become a level 10. I am playing the furniture cards. So 3 Shandy, 3 Stovey Torby. And I am playing 1 Ku-Klok. I know some builds are doing 2, some are doing 3. I did experiment with 2. I do like 2, but for the sake of deck space, I wanted to only play 1. And I did get my super from my pack from the winnings that day. And then for the non-labyrinth cards, non-labyrinth monsters, 3 Nib and 3 Ash. I did do Wombo Combo, pitching Nib after I activated it with the furniture. It's a really nice discard to get something out on the field and not give your opponent a token. And then for the spells, Labrynth, 3 Extravagance, and 1 Called By. I know some lists don't play this, and some lists don't play this, and they just play this. I do swap in and out of this. I do find it can be useful defensively and offensively. However, I don't like playing without this. I feel like it gives you way too much graveyard recursion, and it also makes your labyrinth traps on resolution pops. You catch a lot of players off guard when you tell them when you start resolving your chain that you're gonna pop a card, and then they try to respond to it, and you tell them like, no, I mean, this is on the field, this is on resolution, it's not a new chain. And then for the traps, this is pretty standard: 2 or 3 big welcome, 2 regular welcome. A lot of people do the 2. For a while, I did 3. I can see an argument for 3, but you definitely need to run the big welcome at 3. Ice Dragon's Prison, Terrors. I did opt to play 2 Daruma Cannon, and Dimensional Barrier. This card is nuts against link decks. It's good just like to protect yourself from a board. It's really nice to chain off of Lady to get it set, to get another card set. It's just like, it's almost like free advantage because then you could just start beating over everything on your turn. Then 3 Imperm and 3 Skill Drain. I do find that Skill Drain isn't as powerful as it used to be. Vanquish Soul, even Rescue Ace can avoid this card with SP Little Knight. I find this to be a lot more useful. I might even switch to Strikes instead of Skill Drains because I do kind of want my Labyrinth stuff to resolve. But that's for the main deck. It's 41. You could take out a Daruma to make it an even 40. But for the extra deck, we are playing 1 Linguribo because I have been Ibly locked. The 1 Anima because we do play the Ku-Klok and then a couple of level 1s on the side. So this can be useful to punish bad zone placement. 3 Muckraker. Then we are playing the 1 SP Little Knight. This is a new card. I pulled it, and it's been great. I don't normally play it, and it doesn't usually come up. Only Muckraker, Chaos Angel really ever come up, but it's just nice utility to have. Underworld Goddess never came up. Baguska never came up. 2 Abyss Dweller. I have 2 of these in here just because I do run Pink Lady, or Pink Girl, and she makes Abyss Dweller against Tyr. I just never ended up taking it out. 1 Typhon, 1 Zeus, 1 Raid Raptor. With the Raid Raptor, you know what I'm playing in the side. And then lastly, 2 Chaos Angel. You can play 3. I only have 2. I pulled both of them. I'm not about to spend that much money on a card. In the side, I was playing 3 Heavenly, 3 Droll, and then 3 Crow. Mostly for Vanadium, for going first, games 2 and 3, and against Unchained, because Unchained can't pop their own cards. Crow just for hitting Tier stuff and stuff in grave that you don't want them to get back. Played 3 evenly matched. 1 Eradicator, and then 1 Full Force. This came up in a match against Pearly. Essentially destroyed everything that they had, and was able to attack for game. Can also work against Sprite to a lesser extent. And then 1 Waking the Dragon. I like this card a lot. I think it's a great card, even if it just stays set on the field the whole time, because what it basically says is my lady is always going to be untargetable, because it's either they're going to want to destroy your whole back row with Duster, Lightning Storm, or they're going to want to Cosmic Cyclone some of your stuff. If they Cosmic Cyclone this, if they destroy this, you're going to get the Raid Raptor out. If you play Exterio, you get Exterio out. So they have to choose. Do they want Lady to be targetable so that they can get it off the field, or do they want to destroy your back row? If they destroy your back row so that they can start targeting and destroying your lady, they got to deal with whatever you put out with Waking the Dragon. Or they can just leave your back row alone and you have an untargetable monster. So it's just insurance. They don't know what's in your extra deck unless they looked at it with a Kashtira card, but great card. Just inherently protects your back row. Another nice thing you can do is if you don't open it, you can just chain any of your traps, chain Lady, set this from your deck, and then let the Feather Duster resolve. This goes to grave, and you get your Raid Raptor. My matchups, my round 1 was Rescue Ace. I lost both games. I do not like Rescue Ace. My second round was against Archfiend Synchro. I 2-0'd. My game 3 was Sprite Melfi. I 2-0'd him. They made me go first game 2 for some reason. I feel like people try to trick trap decks by making them go first, and like we aren't going to have, something to play. My 4th round was Sword Soul. I 2-0'd them. They did the same thing, made me go first. He drew 7 cards on his go turn. He had 7 cards in hand. I ended up popping out of his 7 cards. I ended up popping the 1 evenly match, and he was mad. He told me after the match was over, he was gonna scoop after I did that. And it was like a really lucky snipe. And then my 5th round was against Pearly. That went 2-1. I made the mistake of summoning her, and they sucked it up with their one of their Pearly monsters. Game 3 was when I resolved this. They had to pitch a Lightning Storm, so I knew their hand was not very good. They needed every card in their hand. I had Lord of the Heavenly Prison. I was able to summon that, and just basically put a bunch of pressure on board and skill drained them. Skill drain came up in most of my matches. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.